This is Yim, and you're tuning into Cool Story Bro. This podcast is brought to you by Showroom Skate, your one-stop shop for all things related to skate. Link in the description below. Welcome back to another episode of Cool Story Bro. Today, I have a very special guest. Her name is, I don't know her real name, but I know she goes by the name of Lil Asian Thiccie. Hello.
Hi.
How's your day?
Eh?
What do you mean, yeah? You know, when I told you to come here, I thought you'd be like excited and shit, but now you're like,
No, it's cause I hate starting my day late.
Oh, you started a day late today?
I ended my day early.
Right.
I ended my day late yesterday, but early today.
Oh yeah, you had a show last night, right?
I had a crazy show. It was crazy.
Was it good?
Amazing. There was so many. Okay, when I pulled up to the function, and outside of the building there was this long ass line. I asked my assistant manager. I was like, "Oh, is there an event happening?" And then she looked at me and she was like, "What are you talking about? These people are like here for your show." And I'm like, No, they're not. They're totally not. And then like I had to wait till like 1:30. So I was there at 11. I was waiting like through 1:30 a.m. And just a shit ton of people started coming in. I was like, wow, that's crazy.
And they're there for you.
Yeah, it was so crazy. I was like,
what are you selling yourself short, dude? Come on,
I'm not.
Man.
I'm just realistic. Like, yeah.
But I mean, you're good. You're not bad, you know.
I don't know. I'm just realistic. Like, I just could not believe that there were that many people.
Were you proud of yourself?
No, I was scared.
But you did well, right? You killed it.
Yeah. I almost fell though, because the podium. Sorry.
It's okay.
The podium that they had me stand on was super slippery. So.
What, a podium? Isn't it a stage?
No, it's like the DJ deck, and on top of
right.
there's
like a pedestals or thing.
Yeah, exactly. So I was standing on there, and like Kid Sante performed there before, and I saw he stage dive, and I was like, no, he didn't. He slipped and fell, and that's what happened. No.
Oh shit!
Like, it's a joke. It's a joke because it was so slippery. Like the first thing I did when I got up there was I didn't even introduce myself. I was like, "You guys are my fault. Will you catch me? Because I don't want to break my neck." It's really tall. Like it's one of the highest pedestals I've ever been on. Oh
shit! Actually, I can't forget to do this. So like, for those of you who are listening, if you don't know who Lil Asian Thiccie is, she is a rapper. Are you a rapper?
Yeah.
Would you associate yourself as a musician or rapper? Like, if you're gonna categorize yourself, singer, rapper?
I don't think I'm a musician. Yeah.
But you write, what? You write.
Yes, I write. I'm a rapper and a songwriter. Yeah.
You know your voice. You know that voice sounds like who? Have you seen The Nanny? It's a boomer thing, I think it's a boomer thing, but The Nanny has this like the lead lady, right? She has that very.
The Nanny, isn't it the reality TV show?
No. It's a series, like a TV series. It's like a sitcom.
Oh, The Night Friend.
Yeah, friend. Yeah,
Mr. Sheffield.
Yeah. It sounds like that. It sounds like that shit.
I love her.
Yes, damn nice.
She was like my icon growing up. Because when I lived in Abu Dhabi, they showed a lot of reruns of everything. So they showed like the whole rerun of The Nanny, and that's what I would watch. Also, she's like hella sexy, so I want to be her.
That's why you got a similar hairstyle.
So I was like, The Nanny. Why is that so familiar?
Well, at least you know it.
Yeah.
How old are you now, actually? You're 22, 23?
I am 23 this year.
See,
I'm a Leo.
Horoscopes.
Yeah, what is your horoscope?
My horoscope is Aquarius.
Aquarius.
Okay, so now that you talk about horoscopes, are you like you're like familiar with that stuff? Are you like?
At first, when I was younger, I used to think that no two people could have no few people could have the same life.
Right.
But then as I grew older and I got more matured, I realized that that's not what a horoscope is, because horoscopes, it's way more than just your sun, which is you're in Aquarius, so your sun's in Aquarius and my sun is in Leo. Yeah. There's like a moon and a rising and a Mercury and a Mars, like everything goes into it. And like it's like a religion, but it's not so, there are no rules.
Yeah.
It's just like, here's my advice. That's what a horoscope is. And I feel like that's like why I like it.
So what is it? What is the traits of an Aquarius? Maybe tell me what
Aquarius,
my traits are.
I don't know much about Aquarius men, but I do know they're more like laid back. Yeah, because Aquarius it's like an air sign. It's not water.
Oh, it's not water?
Yeah, it's an air sign.
Oh.
Yeah, water signs are crazy.
Wait, really?
Like NGL.
Wait. Water sign is which one then?
Okay, there are fire signs.
Yep.
Okay, let's start with wind signs. Wind signs, there's Aquarius, and then there's, I think it's Scorpio, and Gemini.
Okay.
I think so. Gemini, right? I'm not sure.
Well, I get the gist.
But I know Aquarius is a air sign. Then there's the earth signs, Taurus, Virgo, God, and Capricorn. Yeah.
What Virgos? Like, are they dicks?
Yeah, but like the thing is, they don't do it maliciously.
Yeah.
They just like,
They're
so
sarcastic.
desensitized to everything. So they can't help it. Because like, I grew up with a Virgo. My brother's a Virgo.
Yep.
Can't stand his ass.
Yeah, actually, we have a Virgo here in office, and one of our guys here, he's very big into horoscopes. So he always tell us like, "Oh, you're such a Virgo, you're such a Leo," stuff like that. But yeah, so this dude is a Virgo, and apparently,
Really, it's so rare for me to meet like a Virgo who's into horoscopes because most of them are so like,
no wait, the guy who's into horoscopes, he is I think he's a Virgo actually. Yeah, Virgo.
Yeah, Virgos are very common. Like everybody be having sex in the start of the year and they end up giving birth to Virgos. Yeah, like you calculate it.
Oh right.
Yeah.
Okay. Fair enough. I was
Exactly.
like the 9 months max.
Exactly.
Yep.
And then there's the water signs. They are freaking crazy, man. Like water signs are crazy.
Water signs are crazy.
Yeah.
Shit, I never knew that.
Yeah, Cancers.
Oh.
Yeah.
Cancers are May babies, right? Are they?
I don't know. They're before Leo. They wish they could. Okay, then there's the fire signs, the best of them all. Okay, they're kind of like crazy, but like in a good way.
In a good way.
They're not like crazy and like I'm gonna drive you mad.
Yeah.
They're like, oh my god, let's have like so much fun and do like 10 million shots and like go on holiday forever.
Parachuting and shit.
Yeah, like they're crazy.
Adventurous, crazy.
So this is why I like to call like the chart. So a Leo is a diet Aries.
Okay.
But a Sagittarius is a diet Leo.
Right.
And that's the fire sign. So Aries is just like... And my best friend and my mom are Aries.
Okay.
And they love to fight. And even though they're wrong, they will never tell you that.
Oh shit.
Yeah, I've never heard either of them say sorry.
That's kind of bad though, isn't it? In a way.
The thing is like they're not... Depending on which person you are talking to...
Right.
They're not like so it depends on the person. Some Aries, they pick like proper topics to like not back down on,
Right.
but if you got an Aries that will not back down for like real petty shit, run. It's not worth it. Yeah.
Right. So back to your rapping thing. How did all this like rapping thing came about, you know, like
On accident.
accident?
Yeah, I told this to everybody because everybody keeps asking me, and I'm just like, it's not an accident. Like, I don't know. I used to hang out a lot with like the hoax people, so I would see them, you know, just lay something over a beat, and I was like, I can do that. Like, I can do that. So me, my friend Nyonya Business, we were in my house, and her man was there, and he knew how to like do a little something. So he was like, okay, you guys want to rap? Like, fine. So he pulled out like a type beat online and he was like, here. And I started writing, and then we literally were like recording with our Apple earphones. And we were like just spitting over it on like the bed, just like going ham. And then he mixed it a little bit. And this was like 4 a.m. on a Monday. And I was like, okay, let's just put it up on SoundCloud. I'm going to send it to one of my friends.
Yeah.
And that's all I did. I didn't post it anywhere. I just sent it to her. And then I woke up the next day. I was late for class. And I checked my phone. And there was just a bunch of texts that were like, you're a rapper now? And I'm like, what are you talking about? I what? And then, yeah. So started to gain a lot of traction. And then this kind of happened.
Well, were you when you found out that it blew up, right? Were you how did you feel at that point? Like, were you like, oh shit? Did that spark like something in your mind, like, oh, maybe I can do this long term, or maybe I can start something out of this, or was it just like, I don't know what to do at this point, just like, you know, whatever?
Initially it was like I was really surprised because I always wanted to be in music, but I thought it would just never happen.
Yeah.
So I was like, what? And I never really thought that I could be a rapper. It was very like distant to me.
Yep.
Cause like, I don't know. I don't know, man. Like,
But were you like really into music even before you started rapping?
yeah, I love music. Like, I'm so like I don't know. It's crazy. Wow, why is my brain so fried right now?
It's
like,
okay.
my brain feels like push.
Oh, you
Like,
had a show last night. Right?
Yeah.
And so thanks for coming still.
No, of course I wanted to come.
Well, it's cool. It's cool. It's a very laid back podcast. You know, we good. We Gucci. We chill.
Yeah. I'm trying to like concentrate right now. My mind is like going through so many things.
It's okay.
And it's all being recorded, damn it.
Don't worry about it. Nobody's gonna judge you based on this. To be honest, I'm surprised you even came. If I knew you had a show, I probably would ask you to like reschedule something.
No, I would never do that. Professionalism.
Yeah, but
Even
still,
though this is not
but
professional right now.
It's okay. It's tiring. I can understand that.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like the first thing I thought was like my mom's voice in my head being like, keep it up, you know? Because like my mom would never say like, good job. She would say, keep it up. And like, not to get all therapist psychological on you, but like that kind of like made me feel like, you know, a little bit of anxiety. I'm just like, oh my God, what if it's a one hit?
What is a one hit thing?
Yeah,
Right.
like what if it was just like
A one time thing.
yeah,
Can't do it again,
like which is worse, to have done it and succeeded, never have done it, or like done it once, succeeded and just like it dies. So yeah, I feel like that's my pressure like every day, just even like performing or like putting out a new song or living. Even my Instagram, man, like Instagram is like there's so much anxiety just like trying to keep pushing out material. That's why I did my mukbang.
Like you worry about what people think, or
It's more I'm worried that the next post is gonna be my last good one.
right?
Yeah, but I think I like it. Like I like the anxiety. I'm not a person who's like, oh my God.
I guess in some ways it makes you want to do it more as well, right? No?
It just
The anxiety
gives me-
helps lah.
Like why would I want? I just don't like being comfortable, man.
Yeah.
Like I love being uncomfortable.
Yeah. Because, I mean, you evolve if you're uncomfortable. Right? I feel like if
Exactly.
you're too comfortable, it just ends up... I mean, it's like working in the same place for 10 years. You end up doing the same thing every day. You just don't feel anything
Exactly.
anymore. You don't get creative. You don't get smarter. You just like, I'm just here for the rest of my life.
I hate relaxing. Like I hate it. I used to hate sleep. Because my mom always told me sleep is for the dead. And I was like, that makes so much sense.
It's true.
I could do so much. Like, you know all those girls in class, like when you were in high school, were like, I love sleep. I'd be looking at them like, then die. Like, the fuck? You are wasting your life, man. Like, it's so crazy. Like, I sound like a crazy person, but I'm not. There's so much things that I could be doing, but I have to spend this many hours sleeping.
Yep.
It's bullshit. If I could take a pill that could, like, you know,
Keep you awake for like months.
yeah, but like also replenish like whatever I need to like revitalize when I'm asleep, I would take it.
Yeah.
Yeah, no cap.
True. I think honestly, if we don't have to sleep, I think nobody will sleep.
Yeah.
It makes... Actually, it's more...
No, there are a lot of people who like,
I love sleep. I love hot cocoa and sleeping all day and watching Netflix.
To be honest, I don't think... When people say they like to sleep, I don't think they actually do that. Probably
Right?
just staying at home watching movies is what they do. It's
exactly.
more of that. You're doing something still.
exactly.
Yeah, so I don't think they actually sleep.
Unless
all
you've
the time.
met Koreans. Because I used to go to school with Koreans and they genuinely love only sleeping.
Really?
Yeah.
But why?
But during the day. Because I don't know. They would take it. I've seen a Korean guy sleep while standing up. Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. He just wedged himself between two chairs. Not two chairs, the table and the wall, and he just slept. Yeah, it was crazy. I was just like, oh my
Damn,
God.
That's weird, man.
Yeah.
How do you even... If I fall asleep, I'll just fall on the floor immediately, man.
Yeah, but they're like gifted at doing that. Yeah.
So, right, your music. Right, I've seen a lot of your videos on YouTube. Some videos are a bit more interesting than the others. Some videos are also very, very, very interesting. But it's okay. I'm just going to ask a general question. So, your aesthetics. So, you edited it, shot it, all done by yourself?
I shoot and edit everything except Get Money. That money
Yeah, that was a proper production,
by
right?
Long Live at G. I call him at G. It's ATG. Yeah.
Oh. So, you edit... Okay, so but why is it that you use so much, like, the anime sort of vibe?
Because it's cute. I don't know. I love anime. Like, my favorite anime is K-On! It's about these
Yeah, the
group
rock-
of girls.
there's a rock
Yeah, yeah, you know it.
Of course, man. I watched Sailor Moon when I was younger. Shit. Man.
I
But
love
anime.
K-On! I love anime. I think it's very like what I see myself as, like something that's cute but can also be sexy.
Asian BBG.
Yeah,
Right?
Asian baby girl that can only also be sexy, but also can be like crazy and funny. Like anime is so multifaceted, but it's so cute. Like I wish I could live life as a cartoon because
Right.
it's so much more fun.
Right?
Like the hell.
Like honestly, I think I love anime.
Yeah.
I love anime.
Who doesn't like animated like anything?
Right.
And plus, we'd all look so hot if we're all animated.
That is true.
Yeah. Like
Then we have permanent abs too,
yeah.
probably. I don't know. But you know, what's the last anime that you watched?
The last anime I watched properly, I think, was Tokyo Ghoul.
Is it good?
It's so good. Yeah,
It's
I
good.
love oh my god, the intro. It has the best theme song. Like
Right.
out of every theme song I've ever listened to.
Hypes you up, is it?
It's so good. Like the composition is amazing. Like me and my friend, because my best friend Nisha, she has like proper musical training.
Right.
And she can justify to me that this is like a well done song. Like it's amazing. It's just so good, man. Like I'm literally listening to it in my head right now and it's so good. It's so good.
Well, it's cool, man. Like, I'm quite surprised that because I don't know a lot of females that actually watch anime. But
I'm pretty sure there
no,
are.
at least the ones that I know of, lah. But as of recently, at least, ever since Netflix came about, and then they actually put up animes on it, I think it got a lot more attention. A lot of people are actually watching anime now, and because lo-fi hip hop is a thing, and anime is like huge.
Yeah.
Everybody like so. It is because it's so easy to make. There's a template for it, right? So you'll say like to make lo-fi music, you just need to have a anime background, sample some old track, put some vocals in it. You're pretty much good to go. And that's
You're
all.
done.
The aesthetics are basically like your music video, but except
Yeah,
they're-
exactly. I think it's cute. I think it's great. And I see a lot of other people using it as well. So I'm not gonna say like I started it because I didn't. But like I did it my own way.
Right.
I did it my way.
Wait, so your whole collab with Zamaera,
Yes.
right? That was like probably your considered like mainstream
Yeah.
thing-ish, like
Yeah.
But I mean, obviously, you're not selling out. You're not selling.
No, here's the thing. I feel like people who shame others for selling out or even defining what
Yeah.
selling out is, I just feel like most of them they do it out of like with a like malicious intent. You know, like if you have to define what selling out is, then like, and you're using it to shame somebody, then like you're projecting onto me, man.
Right.
You know, it's
Right.
like I feel like you're doing this for you more than you are for me,
Mm.
because they're gonna be like, oh, I'm just telling you because I care about you, but like I'm like, no, you're not. You're just telling me because you want me to feel bad about like I'm doing something, you know?
Yep.
Because like I don't think selling out is always bad.
It's not.
Yeah.
Not at all. I mean, at the end of the day, you gotta pay the bills, right?
Yeah, and like I feel like selling out can also be defined as like you can still keep what you are.
Yeah.
You're just letting other
Yeah,
people
I mean, you're,
purchase
you're
it.
basically adapting to the environment as
You're
well.
just trying to live,
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
Like it's so impossible for people to think that we can just pull out all these stunts and do all of this and not expect like monetary gain back.
Yep.
Like we gotta live. Like,
Yep.
do you see how many hours we put in this shit?
But do you want to hear a funny story? So,
Mm-hmm.
so the purpose of this podcast, right, was initially I was gonna call on people from different places, like different influencers, shit like that. So I have a thing not against influencers, as against certain influencers. I'm not gonna put the names out, lah. But so the purpose
Shady.
was to call them on and to just really talk about what they do and whether or not, you know, they say certain things that are not true. People know that it's a lie, so I'm just gonna call them on and just talk about those kind of shit, lah. Then I realized I can't do that because I work in an agency, right? So I have to work with them. Even so if I do that, then I'm gonna like severe relationships. So I'm like, you know, whatever.
People don't really know how to take a joke too.
Yeah.
You know, like
No, because honestly, like some of the influencers that I see, like sometimes they just do stuff that's really questionable, and I just honestly, I don't want to call you out on what you did. I just want to know what were you thinking, and why did you do what you did, right? But yeah, apparently it's a bit offensive, so I decided to.
I feel like over here people are much more sensitive.
Yeah, they are.
But like, you know, fuck it.
No, but I honestly feel like ever since the social media thing came about, insecurities build up a lot of people, right?
I feel like people who do like go through that, you are not ready for the internet.
Right?
And it is your human responsibility yourself to take yourself away from it.
Yep.
You know, like nobody forced you to do this.
Yep.
But if you see yourself going through like this really bad pattern, take it away.
Yep.
Because I feel like I'm aware enough to be there. Because I know that I used to have a problem with having to edit my photos or anything, because I thought like, oh my god, like this is not the real me. I'm gonna end up hating myself. Yeah, but like, if it looks good and makes me feel like it looks great, and it makes me feel happy for like that 1 second, like why not?
Right.
You know, like I feel like I'm not that kind of person who's so beat up over the fact that like I cannot look like my pictures. So I think there's some responsibility that you owe to yourself to like step back and not let it eat you up.
Yep.
Especially for girls, you know, like when girls, I don't know, tis sad. I wish I had like the right words to like advise people, because a lot of girls will like DM me and say, oh, like I wish I had your confidence, and I don't want to tell them to like fake it till you make it.
Right.
But like I also don't want to tell them like, oh my god, I'm not, you know, I'm not, because I'm not. But I try to be for you guys. Yeah, that's all I can do.
Right. So even for me, like you say, you know, if you're not ready for the internet, then you shouldn't be on the social media as well. So it was the same for me. Like when I was doing this for like 3 years now, like I was never on any videos, just because I was like, you know, I don't want to get into that soft, like I don't want to feel like that lah. So then I realized like, actually, you know, you're right, like it's actually I love doing this. You know, I don't know, this kind of shit shouldn't bother me, right? I mean, you can't please the world. At the end of the day, you can only please yourself, right? With your right hand, or you know, by stuff
or a pillow.
Yeah. You know, well, you know, like, so even for you, like, I feel like, do you get a lot of shit from people? You know, doesn't matter like from your music or whatever it is, like, do people like shit on you a lot?
Oh my god, my followers have like this new thing where they find the most creative ways to call me fat.
Really?
Yeah, like the latest one was like, is she pregnant? And I'm like, I find it so funny. Right. Like I don't know, like, don't take things too seriously.
Yeah, it's the internet. Yeah. It's supposed to be like a very chill place.
Even so, if somebody, like, once I got beat up.
What?
I got beaten up before. It was my friend's ex, and she was drunk as shit. And like, I was only there because my friend felt bad. Right. Because he wanted to follow her, make sure she was safe, because she was obviously acting out.
Right.
So she thought that I thought it was funny because she was acting a fool, and I stood my good distance away. Yeah. This isn't like the bar atas alley. I've seen people piss in there. So like, I was just kind of like laughing to myself, like, oh my god, she's going crazy. And then the next thing I look up, she's just running towards me like a wildebeest. And she's not a small girl, okay? And I was wearing heels, and I was like real fragile. So like, she like slammed on me, she took my head and she slammed it against the concrete, and all I could think was like, I've seen people pee in here, like why me?
But she took your head and just like,
yeah,
Jesus.
But she was like, oh my god. Yeah, she like literally was beating the both of us up, like my friend too, because he taught her MMA, because he used to be an MMA fighter, and he couldn't really like fight back. It's like, yeah, so it was a crazy situation. And then she said this thing, I can't remember what it was. Oh, I remember, but I don't want to say it here because it's kind of offensive.
You can paraphrase it. Paraphrase it the way that it's not.
Okay, she basically like, she was like, oh, I can't say it. I wish I could, you guys. I will tell you later. But she said something, and you know what? It was an insult, right? It meant to be an insult. Right. But I like stood out. I was like, that is a really good insult. Yeah.
So after getting smashed,
I was like, that is really good, man. Like, good for you.
Are you guys still friends today?
I was never her friend, but she like smashed my phone, so she paid me back for it. Because she texted me the next day and she was like, I'm so sorry, I was drunk. And I'm like, just fix my phone. Yeah. Like, I don't need a sorry. I don't care. Like, I'm a very understanding person. Like, you can beat me up, but if you can reason it with me, or if I know the backstory, I don't mind.
What a kind soul.
I'm not kind, I'm just understanding.
Still, you gotta have a good heart to understand what people are going through, right? So, you know,
we're all people.
To an extent, you know. Like, if somebody do that to me, I'll flip, man. You know, like,
it's not worth it.
That's true. That's true. You know, that's true.
I'd rather get the money.
I mean, if they pay me, I wouldn't mind.
Exactly.
Like, if they pay me for the damage they did to my face, I'm like, yeah, man, sure.
Money.
You know, all good. You recover anyway.
Yeah, I went to work the next day.
With a bruise on your face?
Oh, I had a bruise all over my body. Yeah, it was crazy. I went to work, and then my boss was like, what happened? And I was like, I got beat up yesterday. He was like,
cat fight.
yeah, he was like, can you please go home? And I'm like, oh, okay. He was like, I'll just pay you, just go home. And I was like, okay.
So, you know, like this whole rap thing you're doing, like, was it hard for you coming? Because I mean, when you started off, you literally was just a SoundCloud rapper, right?
Yeah.
I mean, not like I label you that. I just like to say that. It sounds like a nice thing to say, you know? It's like a nice thing.
It's okay.
It's a real thing anyway. So, you know, like you were a SoundCloud rapper. Then, how did the whole thing with Zamaera came about? Like, was it because of that one song, or like?
I was always working with Mika Sonowan. So one day I was at the studio and she came by, and I know they've been friends for a really long time. So we were hanging out, and I think he went out of the studio, and I told her like, oh, she was like, oh, I want to make something tonight, and I was like, well, I have something. So I brought out the type beat I found, and I showed her what I had, and then she started just writing, and Mika came in and he was like, I can make a better beat. So he just started making it, went and re-recorded it, and then yeah and then it just sat there for like 4 months. And after 4 months, I think I didn't mind the Bless Baris thing, and like I don't know, I was kind of lost after that, because I was like, what am I doing? Like, am I a rapper? Like, I don't want to be this person who goes on this rap show and, like, you know, raps with other rappers, but I have nothing to show for myself. Like, I felt like I didn't have anything to back me up. So yeah, then I started, because that was when I was hanging out with Zamaera too. So I just went over to hers and I told her how I felt. And then 2 days later, she was like, let's release the song. I'll get it done. Like, I'll make sure that it's under my label. We'll get a music video. We'll like do something for you. So I was like, really? Yeah. So it was honestly like, I know like she really did that for me. And like, I'm like really thankful for her for it.
Shout out to Zamaera.
Shout out Zam.
So when being so, I mean, you're really young, right?
Yeah.
So when you started, you're probably like 21, 20.
I think I was 21. Yeah.
Right. So, I mean, actually, Sona One, all these kind of guys, they are way like probably like 30s now, right?
Yeah.
So, were they like a mentor to you, or like?
Mika, yes, because he taught me a lot about writing and like composition, and like there's like a lot of kind of there's levels to this shit.
Yep.
Cause like not only do you have to make like your words mean something, it also has to sound good. Like the syllables all have to flow good,
right.
or else it's not gonna be good.
Yep.
No matter how meaningful,
right,
whatever you're saying. Yeah, but Zam, I feel like I learned more about business and about the realities and like performances from her, because she's a really good performer. Like, and I feel like everybody thinks it's so natural, but she kind of showed me like how like her vulnerability and how she actually does it, which is, you know, she started off rehearsing every single line that she was gonna say in the show. So I didn't know that people did that. When she was like, everybody does that, and like, you know, that's how you learn. Yeah. And now I've come to the point where like, especially for club shows, I can just wing it, because I have like that rehearsal, and every show is a rehearsal, but it's like a rehearsal that counts. Yeah. Because the first time I had my shows, it was crazy. Like, I remember every single time I would go on the show, I would do something, like something bad would happen. Like first time I broke a stage. Second time I almost had a nip slip. Like, it was crazy. It's very like,
whoa, it was a rowdy style right there, man.
Yeah, exactly. But now nothing really happens. That not too bad, at least. It's just.
But like in Malaysia, at least, like being a musician, to make it big as a musician, it's really tough, lah.
Yeah.
And a lot of it, I feel like a lot of it has to be attributed to like the kind of music you make, right? So even for you, I mean, you're not signed to any label, are you?
No.
Right. So creatively, you have like 100% is yours. So if let's say somebody a label comes up to you, is like, hey, I'll give you 1 million. You're gonna produce an album, but it must be like those. It's not your style, so it'll be stuff that most people would listen to, like the mass market. Would you do it?
If I really needed the money, then yeah. But then again, it's just like, I'm willing to compromise because I love music so much and I really, really want to do this. But like obviously in reality there's like a limit to my compromisation.
Yes.
Yeah, so I do want to make a Malay song though, just for fun, but the thing is that I don't want to do it like where I'm serious, because I genuinely don't know how to speak Malay, and it's not because like I don't want to, it's because like I grew up in another country.
I can't speak Malay too, so it's okay, man. I mean, I can speak really little by shit lah.
Same, and like I don't like that.
Yeah.
But it's the hand I was dealt. But yeah, I do want to make a Malay song, but
Try though. Let me just
I need to find like a correct way to go about it, because I don't want to lead people on and make them think that I know this
comedy
shit.
then.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like I was thinking that it would be fun to do that, but I also need to find like the right person to do it with.
Yeah.
Either that or like find somebody who fits my aesthetic, because I don't want to be like with another Malay rapper who like maybe is clean cut. Yeah, just like all goody goody.
What is your aesthetic?
My aesthetic.
Right.
I'm like a hentai with a good plot. Yeah. No, but I watch hentais with great plots. It's amazing.
For example, for science. This is for science.
Akisora.
Akisora. What is that about?
Incest.
For real?
But it's really good. Like the plot, like I read the manga. It is so good. I was just like, oh my god. Oh
How did you even find all these, man?
When you're a kid, you find a lot of like hentai shit. I found it when I was like 14.
Jesus.
Yeah, I was just like, wow, oh my god, like, oh my god, the plot twists are so crazy.
Damn, man. Oh, that's interesting. That's the first I've heard in a long time.
Yeah, people need to be more open with this shit.
No, that's what I mean. I don't know, man. Like, if I ask my friends, what do you guys think of hentai? The guys love it, like. The guys were like, yeah. The girls are a bit, oh, that's disgusting. I'm like, why?
I don't know. Like, you see, I feel like I love Asian culture, but like one thing I hate is that they make things so, like, when it's shameful, it's shameful. Yeah, and it's so ingrained in us.
It's just like I feel like it's just the same with depression. You know how Asian families deal with depression?
Yeah.
Like they'll never acknowledge that, you know, they know that this fella is like trying to kill himself. They know he's sick, it's not right in the head, he's, you know, he's sad.
Yeah.
But they just be like, you know, it's one of those things, you feel better after a few days.
Yeah, even anxiety, like everybody, and also like if you grow up, especially Chinese, you got mad anxiety.
Yep.
Because like anytime your mom could just switch up and be like, I'm gonna beat your ass.
Right. Shit, dude, that used to happen to me a lot.
Yeah, exactly. It's and
crazy.
You don't realize that, because like I remembered at one point I would be so scared that my mom left. Like she would open her room door and I'll be like terrified. I'll be like, oh my god, what did I do? I didn't even do anything.
Like the last time for me it was like when I see a phone call from my mom, like unexpectedly. Like I'm not expecting a phone call.
We actually get panic attacks and we don't realize it.
Yeah.
We think it's normal. Like it's become so normal.
Yeah, because we're so used to it already.
Yeah.
It's not even healthy actually.
Yeah,
it's
exactly.
bad.
Even Chinese school, like the idea of Chinese school, I have friends who've been there and they tell me about it. I'm just like, how do you not die, man? Like you guys have 1 billion panic attacks.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
And it's sad though. I mean, at least from our generation onwards, it'd be better. At least we acknowledge the whole depression stuff and whatnot.
Yeah.
My parents today still don't care.
But the thing is, like, it's really hard because you're the generation after that. You get what I mean?
Yep.
So you guys, for the more sensitive, like us, the sensitive ones, will be like, you're so offensive, you're so far-fetched. But we don't understand that, like, the people before. I feel like my mom is like the good middle. Yeah, because my mom's like into yoga and shit.
Right.
Yeah, so she's very
Zen.
she's very like, she literally told me once, like, I'm not your mom, you know? I'm not your parent anymore. Because like we're like friends. And I'm like, what? I'm like,
I don't know how to respond to that. Really.
yeah, I was just like, are you telling me you don't love me? She's like, no, I do. It's just like, you know, you are your own person. Yeah, and I'm like, and she's like, so if anything happens to you, like including bad stuff, you gotta deal with it yourself.
What? Whoa.
Yeah, my mom,
That's tough love right there, man.
Yeah, my mom's family, because I grew up with my mom.
Yeah.
My dad, I didn't really grow up with him that much. We're all like lone wolves, like all of us. But I feel like it makes us stronger.
In a way, yeah. I'm a family. I don't talk to them much, but you know, family is family. At the end of the day, family ties. You know. So, what have you been up to? Like, tell me some. Oh wait, actually, this is what I asked you. That mukbang thing you did, right? Where do you even get like a humongous ass?
Why does everybody keep asking
No,
me
that's
this?
because you cooked it yourself.
No.
Right. Where do you get it?
I said it in the video. My friend Nicole, she's actually no, she's my ex, but like we're friends. She cooked it.
Wait, she's your ex, as in like you guys dated, like?
Yeah, we dated, but like it didn't work out. But we're better off friends. So I went to her open house and she had 2 massive plates of aglio olio, and I was like, I want to take this home, but I don't know how to transport this. So, and it was like greasy and shit. So I was like, okay, never mind. I texted her the next day and I was like, if I paid you to make me that, would you? And she's like, yeah. And I was like, fuck yeah. And I texted my friend Nisha. She's in the video too. And I was like, we are doing a mukbang, don't eat. So it was actually supposed to happen the weekend before.
Right.
But just like a lot of schedule. Like, so then I scheduled it. Then we filmed it. I went through like 2 hours of footage. In 2 days, I put it up.
So, how much was the cost of the entire? What was it? What was it you guys cooked? Aglio olio?
Yeah, aglio olio.
Just dry pasta.
It's not.
I mean,
it's okay. Yeah, I mean, okay. We had coriander, and then there was also mango and papaya salad. We just ordered it on because I realized I cannot eat too much of one thing.
Right.
Like it's too much. I can't. Like after a while, you forget. Okay, I love McDonald's French fries, but my limit is 3 boxes.
Right.
Because I've ordered 4 before. At one point, it just feels like Play-Doh.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's a very traumatizing feeling. I just don't want to be there.
The last time I over-ordered, it's bad, man. The first few bites is good.
Yeah.
Like after you realize, after going through it, like one
the
after
texture
1 box, 2 boxes,
is
it just
so
feels like
important.
it just feel like shit after that. It's like, oh shit.
The texture is so important. Yeah. Like it'll make you sick.
Yep.
Yeah. So now all of us can't really eat pasta for a while.
Yeah, but that whole thing, there was just 2 of you, right?
3 and then 4, but the 4th one didn't even matter because she only took 2 bites. And she's like the kind of person who's like, I eat hella pasta. I love aglio olio. I love carbonara. Like she loves pasta,
right.
But she ate 2 bites.
Was she like scared of the
No, she's just a bitch with a bunch of excuses. Like I love telling her like you're just full of fucking excuses, because she always claims big shit, and then she never shows up.
Come on,
you,
man.
Lisa.
Come on, man, Lisa.
Fuck you,
Show up,
Lisa.
dude. Show up or get the fuck.
Right. Get the fuck out.
Yeah. So like, cause I mean I saw the thumbnail of the video, so I actually just dragged it to the end. So I want to see like whether you guys actually finished the food or not. So you guys did not finish the food.
Yeah, we didn't.
What happened to the rest of the food?
We split it all, and the girl Lisa, I gave it to her. I was like, I gave my huge part. I'm like, you take this home.
What kind of plate do you guys use? Was it not a plate?
I think it was one of those Indian like
silverware.
Yeah, because Indian people, they have like the I think North Indians, they have this big meal where you share the plate.
Different shit on it. Right?
Yeah, so Nicole, she has like a couple of them because she's a chef. So.
Oh, cool!
Yeah.
Wow, chef friends are fun. Man.
Yeah.
But why did you decide to do a mukbang? Was it your first mukbang?
Yeah, because we've always been meaning to do a mukbang, and we always thought that we were funny because we're like a bunch of Leos. Obviously, Leos love attention. So
mukbang is essentially just watching people eat while having conversation.
Yeah, and I was really into it because I would never want to start my food without watching somebody eating too. Because it felt like really entertaining, even though like, I mean, you gotta pick the right one because some of them are really boring, like in my opinion, but some of them are like quite entertaining.
Like what? I don't know, man. Like for me, there's this thing about listening to people eat that irks me a bit, right? Like if I chew into I hear the person chewing, I'm like, huh.
So do you like ASMR?
The crunchy stuff, yes.
What about like the ASMR mukbang?
Not really, no. No. Like I like to listen to the crunch of the chicken skin or whatever it is. Like that is like nice.
Okay.
That's like nice. But you say like wet food or like I hear you like do this like weird sounds. I'm like it's wet. I'm like nah, man.
Okay.
Yeah. But I don't know. That shit works on the internet. I don't know what kind of world we live in now. People have really interesting stuff that they like, but it has evolved, like, from like making funny videos, and then now people are like making mukbang videos and all this ASMR.
I actually don't get ASMR because I don't feel like tingle at all.
Yeah.
Like that anybody is talking about. Like I don't hear it. Like I don't mind watching it, but like when people's like it tickles your brain, I'm like I feel nothing.
It doesn't actually. Like I just like
no,
the sound
my best friend Nisha, she actually feels it, and that's why she likes to watch it.
Oh.
Yeah.
Because I saw them watching like a ASMR mukbang. It was just a guy and a girl just eating.
Yeah, they don't talk.
And saying nothing.
Yeah, they don't talk.
They just crunch. I'm like, for an hour.
There's even ASMR role play.
What is it?
It's on YouTube, so you can get like a boyfriend. He'll put you to sleep, or like give you a massage, or like a makeup art. It gets kind of funny sometimes.
But how does the ASMR work on that aspect though?
It's either they do it because it's funny, or they do it to relax you. Because my friend actually, Nisha, she used to watch it to go to sleep. Like it would soothe her to sleep. But like there's this girl called Life of Mac. She started just making it really funny. Like she would be like, ASMR flight stewardess, and she's like, give that to me, thank you. Yeah, she would just act like a really rude like stewardess, or she's like, a Smiggles worker, like judging you. Yeah, so it was like, it entertains people too.
Yeah. It does. And there's a lot of these useful YouTube videos that help people sleep nowadays. Like I love to watch the whole those satisfying videos. You know, like they make a perfect circle with certain things, and like, those shit are like.
I used to watch. Because I'm scared of Hungry Ghost, man. I'm so terrified. I cannot. Because
do you believe in ghosts?
Because I've seen ghosts.
Shit.
Yeah, and I feel like there's a ghost that's following me. So like, yeah.
So okay. So what was your first experience? Like the one that made you like really like, fuck.
My mom said that I've always seen ghosts even as a kid. So yeah, the one that I remember was like, couple years ago, I went to PD to visit my grandparents, and they set us up in this like Airbnb kind of thing. So when we were there, my other friend, because I came with two friends, but one of them left midway. One of them actually said that they kind of saw something, but they weren't sure. They weren't sure that whether it was like just a shadow, or if it was just like it actually happened. So when she left, both of us, like me and my friend, we were in the bed. And when I woke up all of a sudden, I don't know what time it was. I just woke up, and like I remembered getting up, like propping myself up. And I looked down, and my friend was next to me. And I looked to the edge of the bed, and she's right there, but like Slender Man version. Like the hair and everything. I was just like, it's Rel. And I'm like, no, she's next to me. So I went right under the covers, and I was like, Rel, wake up, Rel. And then I could feel something standing on the both of us. Like I knew it was standing on both of us. And I was like, oh my God, Rel, wake up. And then I felt it like shifting just onto me. And I just screamed, and she was like, what? And she doesn't believe in ghosts. And I was like, Rel, I fucking saw a Slender Man you. Like it was right there. Like I'm so terrified right now. So we like stayed up, and we just talked, and she was like, I didn't believe this. And I was like,
but nothing happened after she woke up.
Yeah, but I refused to like stay there. I just went to my grandparents' house. She literally like bathed and everything in the Airbnb. She didn't give a fuck. She was like, fuck it, I'm just gonna take a shower since you don't want to take a shower. I was like, I'm gonna go to my grandparents to take a shower. Like, fuck this shit. And then when I came back, I just started like feeling like things. Like my dog would start barking.
At you? No,
like he would bark at like the witching hour, 3 a.m.
Right.
So I was like terrified. I was like, I believe in this shit. Like, that's what the fuck. At one point, the first thing that I felt like after I came back, it was a couple days later. I think I remember putting on like, this is why I sleep with something playing. So I remember playing something, and then I felt something pull my leg. And I was like, oh my God, why? I literally was like, oh my God, I don't want to die. So I turned out all the lights. I was like, I'm going to sleep like this.
So you sleep with your lights on now lah?
Only one. It's like a bendy light. Yeah, I can point it downwards. And then there's another time when I was watching the Black Mirror episode about the bees. So there was this like music, ominous music. I remember falling asleep, like drifting low-key into sleep. But then like I decided to look up like towards the edge of my bed. And you know like Shanae, like Shane Dawson's character? It looked like that but scarier. And it was at the edge of my bed. And like it said something about the music. Like, it just said something like something creepy about the music. And then I remember forcing myself to not look at it and just pull myself up and turn on the light. Yeah. And it was gone. And the other time, like, it leaned into me and said some numbers. All I heard was 7. And like, I told my friends the next day, were like, buy the lottery. And I'm
No, but
like,
it's only one number though.
no, that I remember.
Oh, right,
yeah,
right,
because
right.
I knew that it said more than one number, but all I could remember was 7.
Yeah,
so.
but that's all of these Chinese folklore that they say that if somebody tells you numbers and you're dreaming, it's usually like a lottery.
Yeah.
If it's a family member, apparently. They have just recently passed away. Yeah.
Yeah, well, nobody passed away, but yeah. And then my dad got me this like magical, it's like a stick, it's a Chinese thing, and it's like, I have it, it's a prayer. I keep it in my wallet.
It's an amulet sort of thing.
Yeah, so nothing has happened so far. I'm just waiting for a Hungry Ghost one because I'm so terrified.
Wait, was last year all this happened during Hungry Ghost month?
No, this happened like, I think in the end, no, not last year, 2 years ago, at the end of the year. Yeah.
And after that, it's like kind of like okay, right?
After that, I haven't seen one, but like, I don't know. I'm just like, I'm so scared. Like, low-key might call like my imam and be like, yo, sis, bless me. I want to call all like the deities. I'm like, all priests, just come to my house. Get this shit away from me.
Exorcise this ghost.
Yeah, because like after I told my friend what happened in the first incident, like I told Nisha, she was like, girl, she was trying to latch onto you. And I'm like, oh my God. Like, I love horror movies. Like, I love horror movies. I don't mind the idea of that, but like, just don't latch onto me. Like, if you want me to see you for a little bit, yeah, sure. But like, if you latch onto me, like, please get away.
But do you think, what do you think what we watch in horror movies are really like, if let's say the ghosts you see and the ghosts in the movies, do you think it's fair to say that the movies are depicting what it actually is? No, or yes?
Have you seen a ghost before?
I'm not sure, that's the thing. Like, I feel like I have, but I'm not sure. Yeah, because it doesn't look that, like, fucked up in the sense that I'm like, ooh, I'm scared. I know it's definitely not normal, but I'm like, then it could be a person, right? Because my first encounter was a walk home. It was late. It was like 3 in the morning. I was walking home. Right, I went to a friend's house, my neighbor's house, and I was walking home. So all of a sudden, I start hearing some like voices, like a nice gentle whisper. So I'm like, I remember one of my friends saying this, like, if you hear some random shit or you smell something really like randomly, just don't say anything.
Yeah.
So I was like, since I'm alone anyway, there's no point in me saying anything. So I shut the fuck up and just walk lah.
Yeah.
After that, I can hear the further I walk, the louder the voice is, and then I realized it's calling my name. So I'm like, well. Then I remember this story of the whole Pontianak thing. Because the path I took wasn't a road, It was like behind the house, there was like those longkang roads. So I was walking, and then there was like banana trees all over. Then I'm like, it never occurred to me because I was staying there for so long, but I never got that late, right? So then I was walking, I was like, okay. So I'm like, oh shit. Then I remembered the whole Pontianak story. I was like, so apparently if it gets softer, it means they're close. If it gets louder, means it's far. But as I walk further, okay, like initially it was very soft, then it got louder, then it got softer again. So I'm like, I just didn't know what to say. I just said fuck you, and I just ran home. I didn't tell anyone about this until like many weeks later, because apparently you shouldn't say anything, otherwise you'll latch yourself to you. Yeah, but the thing is, because I never saw that thing. All I knew was that I can just see a figure, not white, maybe like just long hair. This is all I saw, long hair. But it was weird because it was standing, it was quite high. It wasn't on the ground. It was standing like quite high up somewhere. So I was just like, could it be someone fucking with me in the rooftop? I don't know. But at that time, it was kind of
so weird. So you turned back to like low-key look at it?
No, I didn't. It was somewhere ahead. So it was like here. But my vision was here. I was just like not...
Oh,
okay. I was walking, I just didn't... As it got closer, then I was like... I can kind of see in my this side here, see something that is not there. Because I walk there every day.
Yeah.
At the point I was like, I don't remember this thing being
Yeah.
there. So I was like, fuck it. I just ran home.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
holy shit.
oh, that was weird.
Yeah.
Oh, but yeah, man.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, I've never seen a Malaysian type ghost.
Oh shit,
I think.
Sabah has a lot.
I'm so scared.
It's like literally there was one that's called Balan Balan. So the thing with Balan Balan is so you're not supposed to say that word 3 times. Right? Apparently
Okay,
you
don't
say it 3
say
times.
it.
Yeah, let's do it one more time. But apparently if you say it, they will come and look for you.
Call her BB.
Yeah, so BB is basically like a headless ghost. But it's not a ghost. It's a curse. It's a black magic curse, right? So I can't remember the story exactly, but basically it's like some witch cursed this family and your family from from your every person, every generation, one person is gonna get a curse. So every time when sun is down, the head detaches from his body or her body, and the fella goes out and look for food. So they feed on like pregnant women and newborn babies lah. Yeah. So I remember in like last time somebody.
Oh, it's pengagalan. I did a assignment on her before.
So then in my school especially, a lot of people in the evening always say like they saw that shit flying around the school. So I was like, what?
The fuck?
And I was at the balcony, and then someone passed out. Because when you say if you look at that thing flying by, if you make eye contact with it, you pass out. So somebody just like passed out in the middle of the field. So I was like, well, but I didn't get to see it lah. But it's apparently very common lah.
Yeah, I'm so scared of like, I call it the other Malaysia. I'm so scared.
Whoa, why do you call it the other Malaysia?
Because the other side.
Well, it's still Malaysia. Come on, man.
No, because like when people are like, which part of Malaysia? I keep forgetting because I have
east,
so
west,
bad
thing,
directions. I'm just like, right. I literally do this when people say, oh, turn right. I do the fork and spoon thing. Like to tell which way. So yeah, that's why like I'll keep like, west, east. The other side, the other Malaysia. Yeah, that's why I usually like. No, I don't mean it offensively. I don't know how to tell right from left.
It's okay. I forgive you. I'm from the east. I forgive you.
Yeah, but I don't know. I've never seen a Malaysian ghost. Most of my ghosts, I feel like they don't attach themselves to like a region. Yeah. But the Slenderman one, holy shit. Like it had no face. Like it looked like my friend. Same height. Hair same. Looked like she was wearing a turtleneck. No face.
That's got like goosebumps from this.
Yeah. But I love talking about ghosts.
Yeah,
like,
it's fun,
like my favorite
I'm very into the whole lore of this.
Yeah, I love it. Yeah. I love it. Like I enjoy it so much just talking about ghosts.
Right, ghosts aside. Do you celebrate Halloween?
I like dressing up. It's fun.
What do you plan to dress as this? Oh, wait, actually, about dressing up as well. Have you been to a anime convention? Like those what's cosplay
it called?
Those Animagaki or like
what's the
Comic Fiesta?
Comic Fiesta. I love Comic Fiesta. I used to go all the time.
Did you go last year?
No, I didn't.
What was did you cosplay when you go?
I cosplayed once. I can't remember. This was like when I was still in high school, but it wasn't like a proper cosplay. I think I did Adventure Time because I love that show. I love Adventure Time.
It's actually damn dark, man.
No, here's the thing. I actually miss when it used to just be stupid and for children.
Like no, it's season 1 and 2. It's like very
that's
kid-friendly.
my shit. But like I don't mind. I liked it when it was interestingly like if they knew how to do it. Because it got really depressing. Like Finn got really depressed and shit, and like feel you, man. Like your parents are so shit.
Yeah,
but
his
like
father ditched him and shit.
Yeah, like can't relate. But like chill, like have some fun. You're a kid.
Exactly right. Because kids don't understand that. When I see,
but fuck them because they had to like end the show because. Cartoon Network was a bitch.
Well, Rick and Morty is good.
I don't. You know why I don't watch it? Okay, I watched one episode. It was really boring.
Really?
And my friends were like, "Oh, you gotta like give it a few episodes." And then I fucking hate the fandom. Like they're such bitches. Yeah. So like I don't not like it. It's just whatever. Maybe one day I'll learn to like it. But like, not right now.
No, I like it because it's witty. It's not like just the stuff they say. There's a lot of hidden meaning to everything they say. So that Rick fella, like he may seem like an asshole, but a lot of things, the script, the way the script is written is really, really like, if you're smart, lah. You have to like dig. It's not just like as simple as I'm saying hi to you, but if you dig deep, it means a lot more than just that.
Yeah, I like jokes like that.
Because it's more like, because he's like, he's probably a depressed drunk guy, right? Alcoholic. He's depressed alcoholic. So basically like, and the way he talks is basically like an alcoholic. So a lot of things that he say, there's a lot deeper meaning to it. But we just see the surface level of it, like just say, oh, this guy is just drunk all the time because he's sad. But actually, there's a lot of reasons why he's sad, and it digs deeper into that, lah. But they slowly reveal it to you, like as the more you watch it, lah. So it's pretty smart. It's a very smart show. I like it. Caught by far.
Do you like BoJack Horseman?
Yes.
Yeah,
it's fucking funny.
But fuck the ending. It's so bad. Just like Adventure Time, they do me wrong.
Wait, that was the last season?
Yeah.
Oh shit, you watched it already? I haven't watched it yet.
I watched it.
Damn.
They do me wrong. Adventure Time ended horribly.
Yeah.
I was so pissed off, man. Like, fuck. Like,
it's a show with so much potential though, honestly.
But I love Tuca and Birdie, like the girly version of BoJack Horseman. But they got cancelled after one season. But it was so good. Like, firstly, it's chaotic, like the way, like I felt like them because like I relate so much because they're so crazy, and then like they deal with like real shit, and I'm like, oh my god. But I love anything, like if you want to catch my attention, like it's got to be animated. Because I remember like when I was in middle school, I started rewatching all this shit that I watched when I was a kid, and I realized that there were storylines. Because like back when I was a kid, I would just watch TV for pictures. I'd be like, oh yeah, it's so pretty. Like I would not pay attention at all about like what storyline was happening. I'd just be like, that's so cool. Yeah, I always wanted to like be an artist. That was my first passion. I wanted to just be a SpongeBob cartoonist. Because I loved SpongeBob. Like, I learned how to draw SpongeBob. Everything that I had was SpongeBob. Like, my mom would literally look for things SpongeBob to make me happy. Yeah, she'd be like, oh my god, I bought you this SpongeBob blanket. And I'm like, yeah! Yeah!
Damn. It's fun, huh? It's fun. It's like a fun childhood,
huh? Yeah.
Right.
Weird.
So now we're back on the rapping thing.
Rapping.
So you're not signed to any label.
Nope.
Is it tough being on your own?
Yeah. Hell yeah, I have to pay for everything. Pay for my manager, pay for my assistant, pay for everything.
Oh, so you gotta pay for your manager as well.
Yeah.
I thought the deal is usually like, you know, if they get you jobs, then there's a commission.
No, that is I would think that as like agent.
All right.
Yeah.
Right,
so
right.
I want my manager to actually like care about me.
So like what does your manager is Aida, right?
Yeah,
so,
Aida Azrin.
So what is her role to you? Like what does she do for you?
I want her to kind of for her, like especially with her right now, like I feel like I can breathe and think about music more. Because like last year I was so focused on, you know, trying to get bills paid, trying to like make sure I had like shows every month, and that was so stressful, and making sure like to chase payments and shit. And I didn't make anything last year. So it was really hard because like if you get out of practice of songwriting, it's very easy for like a writer's block to come back.
Yes,
I freaking hate it. It's so painful. Like I start losing hope in myself. But I know I have to go through it.
I feel you, man.
Yeah. So this year, I think like it's really good. Like so far, I've written like a shit ton of demos, and I'm really happy. Like I'm just like, oh my god, I believe in myself. I'm not just like.
Well, I think it's good that the money you made, you put it back into your career, right?
Of course.
It's important because a lot of people think like, oh, I made like 10 grand from this show, so I'm gonna spend it like I'm a rich guy.
Yeah.
But it's crazy, dude. Like in Malaysia, that's not how it works, man. You need to have like all this money at hand for like you know, music videos, production. It's all a lot of money.
It is. It's a lot of money.
But
that
don't you
I
like
don't have.
figure like just why not I just produce my own beats? Why not I just like do my own like sort of shit, mix my own songs?
I don't know how to do that.
No, but it's not that hard to learn though.
I know, but like the thing is, I don't have the ear for it. Like I've tried so hard. Even the thing is like to produce, you could literally just sit there and tell a person what to do, and that's called producing.
Yep.
But to actually compose and shit, like I don't know how to do that, man.
Like do you let's say if you have a song idea, right? Can you hear that song in your head?
I'll just, for the most part, I like working on like going through beats and like trying to find out what I want. Cause like that works the best for me because I get more inspired like that.
Right.
I don't know. I haven't written a song since I was a kid, like back when I was little, because I started writing when I was really little. I used to like make the harmonies in my head and like the melody in my head. But I haven't done that since then. Usually now I like look for type beats. Ever since I found out what a type beat was, I almost just like search through it.
What if I made you a beat?
Why not?
Okay. What if you freestyle? Or no, wait, not freestyle now, not now. Okay, not freestyle. Maybe you rap over the Cool Story Bros theme song.
Okay.
You know who did my theme song?
Who?
Clinton.
Oh, okay.
Like he came like a few days ago, like last week. Yeah. So he basically I made a beat for the show, but so it was I did like half an hour, 1 hour. It was a very simple thing, right? So then he made it better. So honestly, if you want to do it, like I'll pass it to you. Then just like something, I was just like, you know what?
We'll see. You can just send it anyway.
Yeah, I'll send it to you because if you do it, I'll put in the intro of the podcast.
Fine.
You can like, because you collaborated with him before anyway, right?
Yeah, I did.
It's a fun lo-fi beat. A very simple, fun lo-fi beat.
Fun lo-fi
It's a
beat.
fun, simple chord progression, nothing complicated, easy. You can get good flows out of it. I tried. I attempted. I was like, oh yeah, man. This works. This shit works.
We'll see. You
Yeah,
can just
man.
send it.
Yeah.
I'll try it out.
I believe in you. Lil Asian Thiccie. Don't disappoint me. But yeah, man. You know, it's been an hour.
Really?
It's 65
Wow.
minutes now.
That's crazy.
I know, right? Every time you come, it's... well, not every time, because it's the first time. But yeah. Anyway, you know, do you have any plans for, like, any shows coming up soon, next month, next couple of months? Good vibes? Anything interesting?
Inshallah, but I'm hoping that now that it's 3 days that they're going to possibly hire me again, because
They hired you when? Last year?
yeah,
You definitely-
but they don't usually hire twice in a row.
But personally, I feel because they have 3 days, they have to have more
right,
people.
exactly.
Because I mean, what's the point of you doing a show for like from 6 to 10 when I can do it from 12 to 12,
yeah,
right?
exactly.
I'll just fill up the space, and at the end of the day, people are paying the same amount of money anyway.
Yeah.
What the fuck not? You're promoting your local acts.
Yeah,
I feel like
exactly.
it's
So
insulting.
I hope I get called back in, because I honestly like to do Good Vibes. I feel like for consumers, they think that we're doing Good Vibes is like, ooh, you made it, but like
That's not
when
true.
you get there, you realize you're doing it because you love the music.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
I spent most of my Good Vibes like money on like my set, styling, bringing everybody there, boarding. Yeah, so I do it again. Like honestly, if I do Good Vibes, I'm not gonna do it for the money. It's just gonna be straight up like I'm gonna spend it on like my set.
Nice.
Yeah, because it's the most fun, man. Like I have the most fun when like I put money into like my performance.
It's good though, because I mean,
Yeah.
obviously, I really agree with you in that, because it's good to invest. You have to invest in yourself. You have to invest in all these things to make yourself known to people.
Yeah.
Right? If I'm just gonna be like lazy with my dressing, I'm just gonna wear a t-shirt, just gonna wear jeans, I'm just gonna rock out and perform.
Yeah.
There's like no showmanship. Like you're not even trying. You know what I mean? Like at least if you do this, people know that you're putting a lot of effort into it, and it means something to you, right?
Yeah, and
Really
I feel like for female performance, we're like, there's a higher pressure too. It's like when I first started working, like, I worked at this retail job, and I could literally get fired for not wearing makeup, and I was like, guys don't have to go through this, we do, and it's
Yeah.
more expensive because
Yep.
I have to invest all this into makeup. So yeah, it be like that. You get what I mean? Like not to hate, not to like make people mad, but like guys can just, like for me, male rappers can just wear whatever they want and get away with it.
Yep.
I have to put more thought in it, you know?
It kind of sucks though, right? That it's always viewed.
It does, but then you have those times when guys like have nothing to choose from like
Okay, right.
clothing, and they're like, oh my god, you got
Yeah.
so many choices.
At the end of the day, it will never be a place where it's gonna be balanced, right?
Yeah, it be like that,
Yeah, unfortunately.
unfortunately.
But you know, unfortunately, we gotta wrap up the show. Unfortunately, we gotta wrap up soon. But thanks for coming. Really appreciate it. It is always fun talking to you.
Always
Interesting with the whole anime stuff and the whole. Actually, I love talking about that side of it more than
Me
the,
too.
more than the rap stuff.
Animes are so much fun.
Yeah, but yeah, man. We have Lil Asian Thiccie today. Thank you for watching. And you know, before you go, please plug all the things you need to plug, like your platforms and stuff.
Follow me on Instagram. You know it already. Lil Asian Thiccie. Twitter, Lil Asian Thiccie. I'm really funny.
TikTok. Lil Asian
My
Thiccie.
retweets are really funny. TikTok, Lil Asian Thiccie. Come on, man. Duet with me. SoundCloud
Yeah, SoundCloud.
and Spotify, Lil Asian Thiccie.
Right, there you have it. Link in the
Yeah.
description below. I'll leave the link of all her stuff below.
Hanado set shut down. Annyeonghaseyo. Lil Asian Thiccie.
Lil Asian Thiccie,
Imida.
감사합니다.
Bitches.
Alright, peace out. See you guys next Thursday. Peace out.